The shout out in G News today goes to Blue. I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't really know how to pronounce this name. Anyway, he's a GFX artist and Geometry Dash player who beats some pretty hard levels while also doing podcasts, and generally he has quite a wide array of underappreciated yet high quality content. He only has about 250 subscribers, so go and check him out and give him a hand. However, please remember not to spam him for art just because he's an artist, as that's not cool.
Top story.
Just 2 weeks after the original version of Death Corridor was verified for the first time in 2 years, the redesigned, harder finale version by Airswipe has been verified by EndLevel. EndLevel has been preparing for a trip after some recent promises of inactivity, but claimed he would be going into God mode shortly before he left, and he certainly provided. His latest achievement has been to verify this version of Death Corridor, several months after it became a huge topic of controversy. You may recall that Kugelblitz, the chosen one to continue the rated legacy of Death Corridor, was verifying this version but mega buffed, a version which had over 100,000 attempts logged on it. However, Noctafly stepped in and he took the level himself to verify. This led to a huge controversy and Nocta's version was set to not get rated, even though he claimed it could have been the new #1 demon. This led to Noctafly's downfall soon after, as Tosh began investigating his legitimacy and Death Corridor was the first suspicious video to emerge. Now, several months on, Kugel is now verifying the remake of Death Corridor featuring many creators including Chaotic, which will eventually become the official rated version of Death Corridor for GD. And now the finale version, no longer called Finale and just known as Death Corridor, is dormant, and so EndLevel picked up a copy and made short work of it, having 15,000 attempts on other versions. Interestingly, EndLevel has declared that it's vastly overrated thanks to the stigma it holds, though it seems this has been the case with a lot of levels throughout history. That being said, it's still a truly extreme demon and is probably incredibly difficult and in the top 10. Death Corridor Finale is out now and you should go and play it.
Also in the news.
After naming Singularity by Bionox and Eclipsed as his main project after Bloodlust, Knobbelboy has elaborated on God Eater's whereabouts, given many were starting to think the level had gone dead. God Eater has been subject to a stream of bad luck recently, with everything from level leaks to file corruptions and crashes. A few days ago, Knobbelboy uploaded a video, which I'm sure took some title inspiration from me, explaining what happened to the level and why there hasn't been much progress. The first problem is that he's been having trouble coming up with artistic inspiration to make the level as good as it can possibly be, but also, and this is a far worse problem, he cannot seem to save the level without his PC crashing and his progress being lost. This is most likely due to hundreds of thousands of objects and complex decoration designs, each that were meticulously crafted one by one over hours and hours. This could be a big problem in the future, which will require a lot of annoying workarounds for Knobbelboy. Nonetheless, he has said he has finally recovered his motivation for it again, so hopefully work can continue soon. And until then, he gave us a small preview to look at, which showed some epic block design towards the latter end of the level. And so at least we have something to tide us over while we wait for the groundbreaking level to progress and come out.
In other news.
Antares, a level by Xana83 that was recently declared to be harder than Erebus by Temporum, has been verified by Aquiver, the former verifier of Renovent. Antares was named after one of the brightest known stars and was a pretty hyped level a few weeks back. However, Aquiver has finally beaten it, and there seems to have been a staunch drop in anticipated difficulty, with Aquiver comparing it to the difficulty of Bloodbath as opposed to the difficulty of something like Sonic Wave or Yatagarasu. Nevertheless, this is still a great looking, well designed extreme demon that should make top 40 when rated, so go and check it out and give it a rate to help it get there. Stormfly has finally verified a project that he's been working on for a long time, Achondrite, an extreme demon collab level. This level has some great art, and though it drove Stormfly absolutely insane during verification, it is definitely one of the high points of his career so far. It's unsure how hard it is, but if we can help it get rated, we'll find out, so go and play the level and give it a like. Shaggy23, the world-leading star grinder, has received mod status after frequently advocating for player moderators who can send levels under the grounds that they cover the largest amount of levels on the server. Shaggy has been pushing for player mod status, something petition was given last summer for a long time now, and on the same day that he passed an absolutely mind-blowing 80,000 stars, his wish was finally granted. Let's hope he can find a lot of rate-worthy levels and help smaller creators get their levels noticed. Aeon Air, Flub and Husi, three well-known GD content creators, have launched a program to help new content creators who create different varieties of abstract GD content grow with the help from professional recognition and promotion, as well as providing a space for approved members to talk, collab and learn. So, if you create anything from skits, let's plays, top 10s or any similar content to mine, then head over to the page and apply to see if you qualify to boost your platform on a more professional level.
Upcoming level news.
Over 5 months after the first preview, Ouroboros, the XL Extreme Demon by Viprin and others, finally has a new preview. You'll recall that Ouroboros is a New Age Hell Demon, using a purple and orange colour combination throughout to convey a hellish theme, and this was originally meant to be the spiritual successor to Yatagarasu. Viprin showed a 1-minute preview that received over 160,000 views last year, however now he has revealed a new preview which looks vastly different. The team involved had promised more out later on in the level, and now it seems this certainly has been delivered on. The new preview has had mixed receptions, but at least we know this is an extremely diverse level that is slowly but surely making progress, and it is the choice of many as the most exciting upcoming Extreme Demon. Noctafly, now known as Noxalium, has revealed a new level, a sequel to his ultra-famous top 10 Extreme Demon Zaphkiel. The new level is called Catalyze, once again named after the Colkian song it will use. It follows a very similar structure to Zaphkiel, from gameplay sequence to decoration, and once again the wave parts look extreme. Though Noctafly has claimed this won't be as hard as Zaphkiel, probably because he'll need something more within his skill set this time around after his exposal. Despite the similarities in structure and design, the decoration is being done by somebody else this time, namely Zephyr0x, but the level still looks great and it will be a really cool Extreme Demon once out. The official sequel to the current 4th place Demon Gamma, a mega collab by Mindcap and others, is in the works. Sigma uses the song Forsaken Neon, something not heard in GD since early 2.0 and is being verified by Tosh Deluxe. How it will compare to its prequel remains to be seen, however this looks as if it combines a wide range of difficulty styles once again. On the topic of Mindcap's mega collabs, Wuxi999 is now also verifying the update to Gamma, reverting it back to its original unnerfed version. This will take number 1 for sure, and will keep Mindcap's levels at the very summit of the list for a long time. Stormfly has released his second part for his extension of Son0924's Hell series, a rebirth and completion of the Hell Inferno, a mined Hell level by Who Dark that was never finished but is now being finished by Stormfly and a few others. The level extends the 4 top 50 extreme timing demons and is starting to gain traction. During the last preview, the level had around 60,000 objects, and hopefully we'll see more activity from it soon, as this will be an awesome extension to an already great series. Zimnoir has elaborated on a preview that we were shown at the end of the last Apocalyptic Trilogy video for a level that the team codenamed G of D. We're not sure what the G or the D stands for, but it stands to reason that the D is probably something like Doom, Destruction or Death, and the G probably stands for something like Gate or God, or something like that. While I wasn't crazy about the Apocalyptic Trilogy, this level seems way more unique and looks pretty cool. It's not as hard as its predecessor, but the song choice is cool, as some of the early decoration looks good. Yet another thing we can look forward to.
Top 50 News.
After the recent FPS controversy subsided, there have continued to be shifts and changes all over the demons list. The first change to note is that verifications now count as completions, meaning verifiers of list demons have their completions listed as records, and they also get the list points for it. Also, Diamond Splash has officially been named an owner, in place of Aeon, who quit over the bypass debate. The final decision has been made on that, and that is that records using the bypass will not be allowed except for verifications, as it's not up to list moderators as to what Rocktop considers as legitimate. On to the placings and orderings, and Spatial Rend has been moved up to 5th, above Yatagarasu and Erebus. This shocked many, as it was originally meant to simply be a top 20 level. Elsewhere in the top 10, Stalemate Redux has been dropped again. Once a demon held higher than Sonic Wave, it is now out of the top 10 in favour of Kodraga City. Moving further down, Artificial Descent and Digital Descent have been swapped, meaning Digital Descent, even in its buffed version, is the easier level. Mystic has been moved down to 21st, below Sucoup and Hell, which it was surprisingly added above over the summer. Athanatos has been raised above Phobos into 28th, further pulling away from Bloodbath in 34th. Glory has been moved up to 25th, exactly halfway down the list. Blade of Justice has been raised to 39th, one place behind A Bizarre Phantasm, something that pushes New Down Base to 40th. Fabrication has been restored to the top 50 at 49th, now meaning there is an insane demon in the top 50 once again. Fexty has received a major drop, falling down to 57th in the lower 50. Cosmorash 21, a level that waited a long time to be rated, has been added at 64th, though given its time of release, if it had been rated sooner it would have made the top 50. Ice Carbon Diablo X has been dropped once again, now down to 83rd, in danger of falling out of the top 100 altogether. Madness. As for the stats viewer, new list owner Diamond Splash is now the top ranked player in the world, overtaking Scallo. Sunix is still banned, and the top 3 are disproportionately out in front, but Sagaesta has managed to make his way up to 4th, and is still gaining ground faster than Wuxi999.